Hi, I'm Jesse with Thumper Fab. Today I'm going to show you how to install your bucket seat mounts in your Ranger 1500. This is a very cool kit, but it is a very difficult install. It requires cutting and grinding and a little bit of fabrication work. If you do not feel comfortable doing any of those, please contact your nearest dealer. So to start today, we're going to take the seats out, the seat belts, and then after that, we'll be cutting out the bars behind the seats, and then installing your new brackets to mount your new seats. So now you want to remove your seats. There's bolts underneath the seat, and behind the seat bar, you'll take out the whole seat bar all in one piece. Now it's time to remove your seat belt. There's one bolt on top and one on the bottom of the bar that you'll need to remove. Your middle seat belt has a weld nut, and you don't need to remove the rear nut. Before you pull your seats out, you have 3 plugs you need to unplug. You have a seat belt plug. If you have heated seats, you'll need to unplug that. And then you will need to unplug a seat sensor as well. You'll also need to remove, if you have heated seats on the passenger side, you will need to unplug it as well. To get your middle seat belt out, you will need to unbolt it from the seat base and pull it through the hole. With everything removed now, you can move your seats all in one piece. So this is going to require cutting your tubes out and your upper seat belt mounts. You want to try to protect your rear seats, so we're going to cover ours up with a welding blanket. To cut the main tube out, we're going to start with the Sawzall. That's a little bit quicker and cleaner. You want to cut it as close to the B-pillar as you can, so it requires less grinding. Now you can go ahead and cut your upper seat mounts off. You can use the Sawzall or a cutoff wheel, whichever you prefer. So now we're going to take our 4.5-inch grinder with a 60 grit sanding pad, and we're going to grind all this smooth and get it ready for paint. We also want to note that we need to be careful of where your sparks are going from your grinder, so try to keep in mind to throw the sparks away from all the interior. Maybe get a board to block the sparks or something of that nature. Now that you got everything grinded smooth, you want to go ahead and clean out all your grinding dust and metal shards, and then we can go to taping this off and painting it. So next step we're going to do is we got to bypass your seat belts. It'll come with a seat belt bypass plug, and we're going to have to take your bottom driver's seat apart to bypass your seat pressure sensor. Now you just plug your seat belt bypass in. Now we're going to take our driver's side seat base, flip it over, and you have to disassemble the seat base from the seat top. What you have to do that, you'll press this button in the center of the seat. That locks the base to the top. Now that you have your seat base unlocked, you can flip it over and we can remove your sensor. Now we have to put the plate on the sensor, and it comes with this 6mm hardware so that you can compress the sensor all the time. Now be careful not to over tighten your hardware, because you could break the plastic. Just tighten it enough that it compresses the sensor. This is as much as you need to tighten it. Now we'll want to remove our cup holders and our storage bin to access our wire routing. Now we're going to pull our wiring harness through the bottom. Now you can plug in your seat sensor, tuck everything in, and zip tie it up out of the way. Now it's time to remove your tunnel. There's 2 zip ties on the AC and heating tubes. You'll need to cut them zip ties and remove them tubes from the tunnel. If you got the heated seat option and the sliding seat option, it's time to start pre-running all your wires before we start mounting all the brackets. So just keep in mind that there is a drive shaft down here that's turning, and there are heater hoses. So we'll need to stay away from all that. If you decided to go with the sliding seat option or the heated seat option, in order to get power to it, we're going to run a wire from our pulse bar back to under the seat, and we're going to mount this temporary pulse bar on the bottom side of the seat. So we have already put our ring terminals on our seat slider toggle switch. What we'll do is go ahead and feed them through the hole where the factory wires are running through. And then we can go ahead and attach one side to the positive and one side to the negative. For your heated seat option, you're going to leave your switch hanging out, and then we're going to run the connector that hooks to the pulse bar through the hole and then plug it into the harness that's supplied with it. Now you'll take your positive and negative terminals and hook them up to your pulse bar that you ran earlier. Next, if you opted for the seat slider and the heater on the passenger side, you will repeat the same steps as we just went through. Next, we're going to go ahead and run our pulse bar plug. We'll run this under the floorboard up to the front and plug it into the pulse bar, and your other two terminals will connect to your bar. We went ahead and installed our protective covers to keep from having an accidental short. Make sure that you put them on so it doesn't ground out. We went ahead and routed our pulse bar wires to the front along this tunnel, and we're going to zip tie it to the original wiring harness. Now that we have our wires zip tied up to the original harness, it's time to reinstall your tunnel. Make sure you reconnect your AC ducts and zip tie them up. Now that we have everything wired on the bottom side, we can go ahead and put everything back together so we can prepare to install the seats. Now we have ran the wire up along the firewall, up through a hole under the hood, and we're going to tie it into our pulse bar. To do that, you remove a pulse bar cap and you simply plug in your new pulse bar plug. Now, if you did order the heated seats or the sliders, it's time to install your switch bracket. It installs to the bottom of your seat mount, like so. Before you install your seat slider, you'll need to install the 4 bolts and spacers underneath your seat base. If you decided to go with the seat slider option, it's now time to loosely attach it to your seat base. If you need to adjust the slider where you can access the bolts, you can take the rod that goes in the motor out and put in a cordless drill, and then you can slide your slider. Now that you have your bolts loosely attached, you can take a framing square and make sure that your frame is square when you tighten the bolt. Now we're going to put your adapter bracket. This adapts your seat bracket to your slider bracket. It goes on the front like so. Now we're ready to set your seat base in place. You simply line it up with the factory holes at the back. You can use your OEM bolts that you pulled out from the original seat. We showed you earlier the example of how to install your seat base out of the vehicle, but you will need to install your seat base in the vehicle after you install the 4 bolts and spacers underneath it. So you'll have 2 spacers on each side that go underneath the brackets with some 8mm hardware. You'll need to go ahead and loosely install that now. You're now ready to connect your seat slider wiring to the motor. You'll take and match the colors and use butt connectors. Now that you have your motor connected, you can go ahead and secure your wires underneath the seat base. Then you can unplug your switch from the harness and run it underneath to your switch panel. Now we plug in our switch and insert it into our panel. Next, we will install our toggle switch for our heated seats. You'll do the same procedure. We will unplug it from the harness. Run it underneath the seat base into the switch panel. The order of your switch wires are black on top, yellow in the middle, and red on the bottom. We're now ready to install our seat heaters to the seat. Each plug has two connectors. One hooks to your seat base and the other one hooks to your seat back. You can remove your seat base for installation. It's just Velcroed on. One plug will go to your seat back. Your other plug is on your seat base. You will run it through the hole in the bottom of the seat. We zip tied the wires to the bottom of the seat, keep them from getting caught on anything while the seat is sliding. On the seat slider, you will not use your second stud, only your rear stud. It will go in the slider at the bottom of the seat. The rear will connect with two 8mm lock nuts. The front will connect with two 8mm bolts and two 8mm nuts. Now we're ready to install our rear seat belt bar. To do that, we'll remove the nuts that hold your B-pillar together on both sides. Now you're ready to go ahead and tighten your bolts on the B-pillar seat belt bar. You want to drill a 1/4-inch hole and put your snap zip ties in place so you can secure your wire out of the way. Now we're going to show you how to install them if you chose not to use the seat sliders. We're going to go ahead and set your seat in place and show you how to hook up the electronics for your seat heaters and then show you how to bolt it to the seat base. There are two wires to your seat heater. One is for your seat base, the other one is for your back. There's two wires coming from your wiring harness that you pre-wired. All you do is connect the wires. Now just be careful not to pull on the wire and set it to the side. You can then take your 8mm carriage bolts and pull your seat to the side and go ahead and start them . We have already removed our center console from our factory seat base. You'll also need to remove the 13mm bolt that holds it in. Now you want to install your new brackets that hold your console to the MOLLE panel. Now you're going to put your stainless accent panel behind the Thumper Fab on your MOLLE panel. Now you're ready to put your molly panel in. It takes 4 6mm bolts. You can start with the top going on the front. Now you can put the bottom in. Now it's time to install your seat harnesses. I'm going to start by putting your shoulder belts through the holes in the top of the seats. For your lap belts, there are tabs on your seat belt base for your harnesses. Here's a little tutorial about how to attach your shoulder harnesses to the bar. Your shoulder harnesses have padding so the seat belt does not rub your neck. So you want to make sure that your passenger is sitting in the seat and he is comfortable with the padding on the shoulder harness. And then you will run your strap under the bar, back over the bar, through the clip once, twice, three times, and then you're ready to roll. Now we're going to take your console that you put your brackets on earlier, and you can attach it to your molly panel between the seats. Your console is also reversible, so you can use it whichever side you desire. That wraps it up for a Thumper Fab bucket seat installation. Now you're ready to ride in style. We'll see you on the trail.